I mean, I remember Big U told me that, when he converted to Islam, he then realized that he needs to make up for all the bad things that he did
Pretty much I did.
in order to get into heaven. And he's very conscious of it. And I mean, and I know I brought it up, he said, no, I know I have to do it.
I'm trying to get into heaven. You know what I mean?
So you feel that some of the stuff you've done in the past, you have to make up for?
No, I know it.
You know
I want to balance. I don't want to be remembered for being this negative force. You know what I mean? I don't want to live my life and the only thing you can remember about Big U is he was this, he was that, he was this, he was that. You know what I mean? He fought all these different cases. He did this to people. I feel like if on the day of Yom Kippur, when I want to be able to say that I did right. I want to be able to say that whatever we had a part of, I did right. And I feel like in 2018, with the gangs and the murders and all that down in LA, that I'm getting there. You know what I mean? And if we can get it all the way down to where, because if it's low as it's been since 1966, and Crippin started in 1969, then put that on Big U.
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
very
it's a good
firm.
thing too, because once you come into Islam, really everything from your past is forgiven. So it don't matter what you did before, but it's just now that you have a conscience, you just want to,
Okay.
So I did the same thing.
All right, so let me okay, so as a Muslim, let me bring up a point here. You know Napoleon from the Outlawz.
Yes, I do. Good friend of mine.
Did you see the interview I did about when he talked about the guy who killed his parents?
Oh yeah, he was in prison and all that.
The guy that killed the man that killed his mother and father was in prison.
And one of his homies was in there.
One of his homies became that guy's cellmate, and I guess offered to kill him on his behalf. And as a Muslim, the rules are that if you could save a life, you're bound by your religion in order to do that. So he actually called the prison and had his friend transferred out of that cell. If you had your parents' killers here in the same room right now, are they still alive, by the way?
Yes. I would forgive them.
You would forgive them.
And
You
I
would
forget,
forgive.
I protect their life.
You
I protect the life of the person who murdered my mother and father.
would protect them.
I protected his life. I saved his life. I had a friend of mine that I grew up in New Jersey who was sharing a cell with this individual, the guy who killed my mother and father. And when he called my brother and told my brother that I'm in a prison of a person that murdered your mother and father, and he admitted to this, what do you want me to do? My brother, alhamdulillah, is Muslim now, but my brother then was a Muslim. He was a street dude, known in Newark, New Jersey, known in Jersey. He was heavy into the streets. And my brother told me that the guy, a little friend of mine, that we grew up with, is in prison with the same dude that killed our mother and father. And I told him to handle his business. And I was explaining to my brother, you have to leave that alone. The guy that killed my mother and father, he's also an imam in prison. He's a Muslim now, So I happen to know someone who was a CO in that same prison, and I called. I'm not no snitch, but I'm saving the life of an individual, because as a Muslim, saving the life of an individual is dare. You understand? I don't want the blood on my hand, and this is the individual that murdered my parents. And I said, when you tell this individual, it was a Muslim CO in the same prison in New Jersey, I said, tell this individual that I'm doing this for the sake of my religion, not because of him. You know what I mean? I really don't know him personally. I don't care about him personally, because my religion tells me to do this. So I'm telling you, this was going to happen to him. They moved him out of the cell. My brother was angry, of course. You know what I mean?
He actually took his Islam that serious to
That's a beautiful
save
thing.
the murderer of his parents.
Because that's what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would have did that.
Let me tell you, when Napoleon was describing how his mother was shot, like I'm tearing up right now. His mother was shot like 10 times protecting.
Yeah,
like I'm literally tearing up right now thinking about the story.
Brother, Muzammil,
protecting her children, and she was shot like 10 times.
The people that came into the house, they was pretty much friends with my father. They grew up with my father.
Yeah.
And they used to spend the night at my grandmother's house. You understand? One day they came in as if it was a normal visit, took out weapons, killed my father, shot him in the chest one time. Instantly he died. My mother, she was pretty much, you know, and this let me realize the power and the strength of a mother when it comes to protect their children. My mother, she was running around the house grabbing me and my brothers. They shot her 7 times, 13 times before she passed away. You know, but she was able to protect us. You know, she hid in the bathroom. Then my little brother, he was only 6 months. She hid him in the drawer, the dresser, cracked the dresser. You know, and me and my other brother, you know, by the permission of God, she was able to save us. You know, protect us.
Yeah, subhanAllah.
I can't imagine hating somebody more than that.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Yeah, it's like, I mean, his heart is bigger than mine, Vlad, because I'd have been like, kill him. See, and
Right,
I'm a Muslim too.
Because you talk about
So
the
I
Eric
haven't
Holder,
made it to where
Yeah.
Mutai is inside of my soul and spirit. You see?
You know, you talk about the Eric Holder situation. You said you would kill him,
Absolutely.
but that goes against Islam.
Absolutely, bro. I'm a human being though.
Okay.
You see, and I'm a Muslim, but I'm not perfect, and no Muslim is. You know. So the thing is, Mutai is in a place where he's more mature on the inside, because he lived. See, this is the thing, Vlad. I'm Muslim in America. He's Muslim in Saudi Arabia.
Gotcha.
So, you know, he's around people that are good natured. So naturally, it gripped his form. It bled into him. You see what I'm saying? His heart is softer. When you learn Arabic, it makes your heart soft, bro. See, that's a secret to the language. So he lives there. So naturally, yeah, he's in a different space, in a different place inside of himself. So I commend him for that, bro, because that's a huge thing. I'm a human, bro. I'm working on myself, and I'm still here where the energy is just negative. This is America, bro. It's money and everything else that's weird and wicked. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah. I mean, that was a great thing that he did, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Prophet Muhammad forgave everybody that ever like did something personal to him. So that's who we were supposed to imitate. You see what I'm saying? So he was just following the Prophet, peace be upon him. That's what he was doing. So
Yeah.
peace, Mu. Salam alaikum too, bro.